सीता हरण क्या है दसमुख, तब तुम खबर जनाई, रामा तब तुम खबर जनाई। सीता हरण क्या है दसमुख, तब तुम खबर जनाई, रामा तब तुम खबर जनाई। अमृत पल के बाद उचार, क्षण ही में लंक जराई, कहा लो न जाए तुम्हारे बराई, ओ कहा लो न जाए। धरती तोरे दसे पवन सुत, गए पताल समाए, रामा गए पताल समाए। धरती तोरे दसे पवन सुत, गए पताल समाए, रामा गए पताल समाए। अहिरावन के शीस तोर से लई, निकसे दोनों भाई, कहा लो न जाए तोहरे बराई, ओ कहा लो न जाए। तुमसे प्रबल कोई नहीं जग में, बड़ा वीर कहलाए, रामा बड़ा वीर कहलाए। तुमसे प्रबल कोई नहीं जग में, बड़ा वीर कहलाए, रामा बड़ा वीर कहलाए। दास रघुनाथ का विद्या स्वामी, कहा गए प्रभुताई, कहा लो न जाए हनुमत तोहरे भराई, कहा लो न जाए हनुमत तोहरे भराई, ओ कहा लो न जाए हनुमत तोहरे भराई। प्रेम स्वरूप की जय शरणम। I'm sure, my dear friends, that you're enjoying the beautiful bhajans in your homes. We have been receiving your many messages, your calls. For these, my dear friends, is indeed troubling times. It is called the new normal, the new norm, for which not only us here in Trinidad, but all over the world, we have to adjust to this situation. I've been saying, my dear friends, the manner in which we greet, how we meet, how we get together, how we eat, my dear friend, all these things are going to change because of, my dear friends, the COVID or the virus that is plagued in the world. We are seeing, my dear friends, individuals are making an effort to give out information so that we can protect ourselves. And my dear friends, we must pay heed to these instructions that is being given. For the past few nights, we have been worshipping the Mangal Murti of Lord Ganesh. I mentioned to you that through this episode of this period, there are many lessons that were taught. At this residence, we are about 12 to 13 years now. All in all, we are almost 20 years. This year, I wanted to celebrate our 20th anniversary of celebrating this great festival. And my dear friends, we put together, we had made some little minor adjustment to the ceiling and so forth. It's not that my eyes are too big, but I wanted to always do the best for the Lord. Now, when we started, my dear friends, in Arang West Savannah, it was a local murti that was made out of sand in Trinidad. And after a few years, people must develop, they must evolve. And if you start in a very small way, then you must grow from time to time. Individuals in our lives, if we do not see development in our lifestyle, development in our family life, development in our business, development and growth in life on the whole, then something is wrong. Something is wrong somewhere. So my dear friends, over the past few years, this celebration had grown by leaps and bounds. When we go to Karanaj, my dear friends, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 people, it's a wonderful setting. Now, my dear friends, it is like this, where we are limited, and it's all done for a reason, to protect our lives. But that should not be the notion that we must not pray. Praying, my dear friends, is something that we must do every single day. For without the blessings of Paramatma, without the blessings of God, we will be nothing in this world. And during the course of the week, or rather I was telling you the preparation that we made, I had chosen an 8-foot multi to bring here this year. At the celebration in Karanaj, we as human beings, we can't pick up this 8-foot multi, but we had all the requirements in place. Everything. We had the hayab, we had the crane, we had the forklift. There was a ramp going to be built into the ocean, and a barge was coming to pick up this multi and placed it on the barge and take it out. What a wonderful sight it would be. But my dear friends, we make promises. We propose in the world, but God sometimes takes us on a different path. But that does not mean that we must not. We should forget to win the grace of the divine. You know, Bhagwan says, God says to us, and I showed that Katha, a message a few days ago. God says to us that in this material world that is plagued with so much problems and difficulty, where individuals, human beings, will hanker over material things, they tend to forget me. In all this accumulation of their wealth, their house and the land, and everything that they want to accomplish, they tend to forget me. But I thank you, the Lord is saying. So we must recognize this fact, that the Lord is always there. The Lord says to us in Ganesh Puran, He says, listen, children of the world, if you want to be successful, if you want to be supreme, if you want to reign in any field in the world, you want to learn music, you want your business to prosper, you want your life to generate goodness and good things for you, bring in great blessings, He says, always seek the blessings of your mother and your father. And this principle, every single religion on the face of the earth teaches us this. Honor your mother and honor your father. And my dear friends, our scriptures say, Twameva Mata, Chapita Twameva. God says, I placed a replica before your eyes. Since you'll be busy to look for me and find me because of all the Maya Jal, the illusion of the world, I have placed someone in front of you, and those are your parents. They are called Pratham Pujya. They are your first God. If you could see God within them, then you will win my grace. I mentioned, my dear friends, there are some children who live in their parents' home and they do not even speak to their parents. How sad indeed that is. We are seeing, my dear friends, family lives are being shattered. Shattered for what? A pinhead of land. Because of property, because of wealth. I am saying to you, my dear friends, Bhagwan, and last night I think I mentioned the family of the Lord. In the family, in the home of the Lord's family, don't believe there weren't problems and difficulties. But the head of the household, the leader in the home, step up to the plate. Not like some leaders today who are shirking their responsibilities. The true tenet of a true leader is facing the situation and finding solutions to the problem. I tell you, my dear friends, people in the world don't want headache and problems, They want someone to find a solution to their problems. And this is why, my dear friend, people step up to the plate to bring that sort of resolution in their mind. In this katha, my dear friends, for the past few weeks, God is saying to you, use your mouth to say good things, to praise the Lord. Don't use it to criticize and condemn. I've been saying to you over the night, and tonight I am summarizing all the nights for you in a nutshell, that the Lord is saying that, listen, I will reside in your heart if you encourage those individuals in the world, motivate them to do good, not to do bad. I will reside in those individuals' heart who uses their eyes to see good things and don't only look at the faults in the world. There are some people, when they open their eyes and they look, all they see is wrong and crooked things. But my dear friend, this world is made up of a pair of opposites. They have good and they have bad. I am not saying don't pay attention to the bad and don't follow the bad. But you know what? Don't pay too much attention to it. Look at the good in life. And if you look at the good, my dear friend, in any bad situation, something good could possibly come out of it. And these are the teachings of philosophy in all scriptures of the world. The time has come, my dear friends, to be serious-minded individuals. The way we pray has become different. But that, my dear friends, should not stop us from surrendering to defeat. There's a beautiful bhajan, a beautiful song, which tells us, put your trust in God. Shraddha means faith. Have faith in God. But our scriptures tells us, not only must you have faith in the pratima, the images, the murti, you must also have faith and belief in yourself. If you do not have faith in yourself, if you're not positive about who you are, then failure will come your way. The journey will be longer. The journey will be a little bit harder. So have faith in yourself and have faith in God. You'll be guided in the right way. There are many individuals who tell you, put your heads on my shoulder. That is a song. Put your heads on my shoulder. Tell me all your problems. And 2 minutes after, did you sell? 1 minute after, what's up? My dear friends, Sri Ram was exiled to the forest for 14 years. And why was he exiled to the forest for 14 years? Because one of the queen wanted to give her son the kingdom, the leadership of the leadership to control Ayodhya. And when Sri Ram was questioned by Valmiki, who he met in the forest, Valmiki is asking him, "Oh Sri Ram, why are you here in this part of the forest?" And never, ever did Sri Ram said to the great sage, "Listen, you see my mother Kaikeyi? She real bad. I supposed to get the palace. I supposed to be the king of Ayodhya, and she wanted for her son." She never said those words. He said, "It's because of my parents' darshan, my parents' wish. I am here in this part of the forest to get your darshan." Never once did he criticize his mother, and never once did he criticize his father. And I'm saying here to you tonight, my dear friends, it's my last night of presentation in this yagi. I'm saying to you, keep your family business to your... It's a serious business, If you and your brother have a little knick-knack, you know what that is? Keep it to yourself now, man. You go and tell everybody, my brother, he dead for me, yes. Have you heard that statement? Have anyone ever told you, see you, from today, you're dead for me? What kind of people are those? Huh? My dear friend, let us be serious. So this song is saying, lay your troubles at the feet of the Lord. That Lord is able and competent to take it away. Many years ago, I used to wake up real late in night, early in the mornings and so forth. Watching TV now, can't sleep. Inquisitive mind when I was a little bit younger. And I heard a pastor, you know what he was saying? And I ain't criticizing pastor, I follow a lot of them, and they follow me too. But I heard this pastor was saying, when you go to bed tonight, before you go to bed tonight, write all the things that you don't want in your life. Write it on a piece of paper. So I'm inquisitive what they will do with this when they write it. He said, before you go to bed, say your prayers, crumple it up and throw it in the dustbin. I say, hurry up, pray back. Our religion is saying to us, lay your troubles at the feet of the Lord. Whichever God you believe in. You see, God resides in your heart, within your chamber. If you want to be peaceful, if you want to be happy, no amount of money in the world can give you that. You have to get that from inside. With the medium of God, your Lord, dig inside, dig deep, and you will feel that presence. The bhajan also says, O people of the world, in life, sometimes it offers happiness, and then sometimes it will offer immense pain. We experience light and darkness. This is a pair of opposites in the world. Enjoy happiness. Enjoy happy times when it comes. But be prepared. Difficult times will come your way. How you cope with that difficulty, how you live during that time. Who in the world would have realized, my dear friends, that we would have been in the state in the world like today? Who would have been? You know, my dear friends, I have never had so much people call me to interview me. You know, people afraid my mouth. I just tell them as it is. So much people, newspaper, this one, that one, calling to interview. They want to know how COVID has affected our celebration. My dear friends, it doesn't affect me. I don't think it's affecting the devotees who are online at this time, and it's thousands of them. Looking on, has it affected you? My dear friends, I think it gives you more time to reflect about what is happening in the world. But you know, sometimes I really think about these people who was want to interview. You tell them one thing and they just say something else. I would have tried to run from them fellas. I mean, it's only fellas, eh? It's all kind. Most of them, my dear friends, really want to come and see how much people I have here. That's what they want to know. Did Pandit Gosein violate the rules, violate the regulations? My dear friends, we have been well advised and we are sticking to the rules and regulations, and so too I implore everyone to live with these rules and regulations. It is your life that you are playing with. My dear friends, I have with me here today, before I sing this bhajan, I'll introduce him at this time, is the MP for Barataria Sawan, right? MP Saddam Hussein. And I want to really take this opportunity to welcome him to my home. I must tell you, MP, that I'm happy that you have come today. For yesterday, I was out, and I came home just in time to listen to your maiden speech in Parliament. And those few who are here, I want you to give him a round of applause. Because I'll tell you, my dear friends, I listened to those words. I listened to the manner in which he presented himself in that assembly called the Parliament of one of the highest office in Trinidad. And when I listened to you as a child, he says the youngest MP, the youngest individual in the Parliament today, I felt very good. I felt proud that, you know what, that the youth of our nation is standing up in a professional manner. In a way, my devotees, those of you who did not heard this young gentleman, this MP spoke. It's on Facebook, I think. Google it, man. Listen to it and see the kind of representative, the kind of young individuals who are there to represent us. And when I saw that, my dear friends, I say, you know what? At least there are some individuals who could open their mouth. For you know, some individuals sit and do nothing. And I must say to the MP, when I listened to the MP from Shagwanas, when I heard him came after you, I think it's MP Dinesh Rambali, I must also commend him. I was moved by their presentation. I know Dinesh Rambali is a Mahasabha boy and they don't support me too much, nah? But I want to give you kudos. Stand up for the people. I say it as it is, you know. There are plenty of people to support me. But you know what? I believe support those who are doing good things. Again, we spoke about it last night. When individuals are doing good things, you must lift them up. You must praise them. You must encourage them to be up and up and up. My dear friends, he is here today and he will speak to us in a few minutes from now. But I am saying to you this song. And before I sing the song, let me finish this thing one time. There was debating about the face mask. And I want to say to the country, very serious. You see, Trinidad people and Tobago people, we have a different mentality, you know. If, you know, you cannot eat pomsite Monday, well, from now to Monday, they're going to eat all the pomsite they can get. And I just use pomsite here, right? Individuals know from Monday, well, so they say, that they're going to make law the wearing of the mask. What shall they go see now? From now until Monday, nobody is wearing masks. They want to maximize their use. Just as when they say the beaches were closed, everybody want to run to Maracas. Individuals, my dear people, think about your lives. Think about your family lives. Think about your children's lives. So this song is saying, listen, surrender yourself to the Lord. Lay your troubles at the feet of the Lord. Don't put it on WhatsApp and thing. Everybody gonna know about it. Keep your family business to yourself. Don't show it out there. Huh? Family will always have ups and downs. Children, there will always be difficulties. Find a way to resolve it. Beautiful song. भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा ये जीवन बीत जाएगा तुझे रोना नहीं होगा भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा
भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा
ये जीवन बीत जाएगा तुझे रोना नहीं होगा
भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा
कभी सुख है कभी दुख है ये जीवन धूप छाया है हंसी में भी बिता डालो हंसी में भी बिता डालो बिताने की ये माया है भरोसा कर
तू ईश्वर पर तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा
ये जीवन बीत जाएगा
होना नहीं होगा भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा
जो सुख आवे तो हंस दीना जो दुख आवे तो सह लीना न कहना कुछ कभी जग से न कहना कुछ कभी जग से प्रभु से दुख कहा लीना।
भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर, तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा।
ये जीवन बीत जाएगा, तुझे रोना।
भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर, तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा।
ये कुछ भी तो नहीं जग में, तेरे बस कर मती माया। तू खुद ही डूब में बहता, तू खुद ही डूब में बहता। लिखे निज रूप गाया है।
भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर, तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा।
ये जीवन बीत जाएगा, तुझे रोना।
नहीं होगा। भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर, तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा।
कहा ये था, कहा तू था, कभी तू सोच है बंदे। झुका कर शीश को कह दे, झुका कर शीश को कह दे। प्रभु बंदे, प्रभु बंदे।
भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर, तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा।
ये जीवन बीत जाएगा, तुझे रोना नहीं होगा।
भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर, तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा।
भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर, तुझे रोना नहीं होगा। The poet of this song is saying that in this life, nothing you see here belongs to you. Another song tells us, alone we come into this world, and alone one day we have to leave. Everything you enjoy or suffer is determined by your karma, your actions. This is the tenets and teachings of Sanatana Dharma. If I clap my hand, there's a reaction, there's a sound. If I do good, good will come my way. If I do not so good, what will come your way? In this world, my dear friends, do good actions, do good deeds, and good things will follow you. When happiness comes, enjoy it. There is time for everything in the world. Everything. There's a time to study. There's a time to be happy. There's a time to pray. There's a time to eat. There's a time to party online, even though you can't do too much of that today. But my dear friends, there's a time for everything. There's a time also to pray. There's a time to recognize that it is someone more superior than us who is looking and watching at us. In Hinduism, my dear friends, we have all these images and pictures. And I often say to devotees, when you look at your images and pictures at home, try to look at one picture and try to go and hide. And you know what you will see? You see the eyes of those pictures? They're always looking at you. So someone is looking at you. But when I say that, you always feel like the neighbor looking at you. There is something inside of you. There is someone inside of you that is looking at you. There is something, my dear friends, will be guiding you all the time. But you know what? We don't pay attention to ourselves. We pay attention to everybody else but ourselves. And I often say, my dear friends, that if a little child does something wrong, you don't have to tell that child he has done wrong. That child knows, you know what? that I have done something wrong. And what a child does, he starts hiding from mommy, hiding from daddy, hiding from the elders. There is something inside of us, my dear friends, called a conscience. And sometimes, my dear friends, this conscience guides us in whatever direction. If you're not guided in the right manner, my dear friends, you are going to find yourself in great difficulty. You are going to find yourself in problems. So these words, my dear friend, is a beautiful song which tells us, listen, lay your troubles at the feet of the Lord. Lay your troubles at your master, whichever God, whichever Lord that you believe in. And in so doing, my dear friends, in so doing, you will be guided to be successful in the world. My dear friends, I will do one more bhajan, and after I do this bhajan, I'll make preparation for our MP. And I must tell you, MP Saddam Hussein, that our past MP, Dr. Fuad Khan, this home is no strange place to him. He always visits us. He has always joined with us. And our home is welcome to you at any time. My dear friends, it's a beautiful song. While Shrishti makes the necessary arrangement to have our MP take the microphone, I will do this one bhajan. पल भर में मिट जाए, पल भर में मिट जाए अंधेरा, पल भर में मिट जाए, नाम का दीप जला ले अंधेरा, पल भर में मिट जाए,
नाम का दीप जला ले अंधेरा, पल भर में मिट जाए,
पल भर में मिट जाए, ओ पल भर में मिट जाए अंधेरा, पल भर में मिट जाए,
नाम का दीप जला ले अंधेरा, पल भर में मिट जाए,
जिस ज्योति से जग उजियारा, जग उजियारा, वो है ईश्वर प्राण प्यारा, वो है ईश्वर प्राण प्यारा, उसमें मन मर माले, ओ उसमें मन मर माले, अंधेरा पल भर में मिट जाए,
नाम का दीप जला ले अंधेरा, पल भर में मिट जाए,
नाम का दीप जला ले अंधेरा, पल भर में मिट जाए। सत्संगत से लोल जगाते, मन को बना ले प्रेम की भांति, सत्संगत से लोल जगाते, मन को बना ले प्रेम की भांति, ज्ञान की ज्योति जला ले, ज्ञान की ज्योति जला ले अंधेरा, पल भर में मिट जाए,
नाम का दीप जला ले अंधेरा, पल भर में मिट जाए, नाम का दीप जला ले अंधेरा, पल भर में मिट जाए,
भजन से गुण जी मन का मंदिर, मन का मंदिर, भजन से गुण जी मन का मंदिर, सूरज समाधि लगा जाए फिर, सूरज समाधि लगा जाए, शरण होए अजमाले, शरण होए अजमाले, अंधेरा पल भर में मिट जाए, नाम का दीप जला ले अंधेरा, पल भर में मिट जाए, Prem se bolo Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki Jai. So my dear friends, while we ask our MP, Saddam Hussein, the MP of Member of Parliament for Sama Barataria, we'll ask him to come to the microphone at this time, bring greetings and say a few words to us.
Sitaram Pandit, Sitaram devotees, and Sitaram to all of those who are looking online, on the World Wide Web, virtually to this Ganesh Utsav celebration. Firstly, I would like to express my gratitude and my thank you for allowing me to enter your home and your mandir in order to spend this evening with you all in celebration in the observance of this very auspicious occasion of Ganesh Utsav. And it is quite fitting that at this time that this celebration is being observed in Trinidad and Tobago. Because as we all know that Lord Ganesh in the Hindu religion is that one who is the remover of all obstacles. He is the God of knowledge. And in Trinidad and Tobago, we are facing a very serious time, and that time is COVID-19, and so is the world. And as Pandit, you said earlier on, that the world has to really create very creative ways, and we have to adapt to the pandemic. And if we look back 1 year ago, as you said, that how many of us would have thought that we would have been celebrating in this manner? That we would have to be wearing masks, that the wearing of masks is now going to be made mandatory, that everywhere we go we have to sanitize our hands and wash our hands. The world has really changed, and this is the new normal that you have spoken about. And this is something that we have to look at very seriously in how we go forward, because at the end of the day, it is really our safety, our health, and the health and well-being of our neighbors, our families, and our friends. So while it is good to engage in this celebration, and we may be very disappointed of the fact that, listen, that we may not be able to go to the mosque, we may not be able to go to the temples, to the churches in order to celebrate. What this celebration has done, and using technology, is that you have now made hundreds of homes into temples, because persons can sit at their homes and observe what is happening right here. They can partake in the worship, they can feel the divinity, they can be part of this while in their own home. So while they may not be able to congregate here with you and spend this evening, we have hundreds of homes that have been converted and transformed into mandirs. And the same applies to the churches in the Christian faith and in the mosque in the Islamic faith. I can tell you, as a practicing Muslim, that it hurts me and that on a Friday you can't go to mosque because you like to go and engage with your friends and your families. It's a period of time that you want to go and spend with them. And the same applies here. So many persons may feel that sense of sorrow that they can't be here tonight to worship, but yet at the same time they can do it at the benefit of their own homes. So as a member of Parliament for Barataria San Juan, I must say, now my name is Saddam Hussein and I am hearing some loud noises, but I'm saying that that is not my fault. I don't know if Shrishti is trying to set me up there, but I can tell you that for this period of time during the campaign, Pandit Gosein has really been one who supported me. And he was one of the first persons when I was announced as a candidate. Many persons would know this, that he would have met with me privately. And he held my hand in that meeting and he said, Saddam, we will make this. I will assist you. And he has done so right through the entire campaign. Even afterwards, I have been elected as the MP. Swasti's mom. Take the mic there. Yeah. Swasti's mom, Swasti, Pandit Gosein, they have all helped me with respect to the campaign and afterwards. So I say thank you very much for that. Pandit, thank you for the support. Are we still? Yeah. So thank you very much for that support. And as the elected MP, and you said the youngest MP in the House, I promise to bring that vigor and that energy to the Parliament, representing the people of Barataria Sanwan to the best that I can do. And anything that I can do to assist you, Pandit, I give you that assurance that we will try our very best to make Barataria Sawa one of the best constituencies in Trinidad and Tobago. So as your celebration is coming to an end, I just want to wish you all the best and all successes as you go forward. Thank you very much.
Prem Swaro Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan Ki Jai. My dear friends, as we continue here this evening, we want to apologize. We want to apologize for the little hiccup. But my dear friends, we want to thank the NP for coming and gracing our home. We want to thank the MP for coming and gracing our home. And at the same time, my dear friends, bringing those wonderful greetings to us. And yes, my dear friends, the song that you were hearing, there were not any ammunitions or anything. I think it's Swasti really outdid himself there. But nevertheless, my dear friends, while we make preparation, we also have Gyan Ramlogan, who will do 2 songs for us. And while he make his way to get set on the harmonium, my dear friends, I will sing a beautiful kirtan, bhajan in the meantime. Ramba Ramba Devi Ma, Jai Jagadambe Ma.
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 Jai Jagadambe Ma, Jai Durga.
Jai Jagadambe Ma, Jai Durga.
Hare Bolo Jai Jagadambe Ma, Jai Durga.
Jai Jagadambe Ma, Jai Durga.
Hare Bolo Ramba Ramba Devi Ma, Jai Jagadambe Ma.
Ramba Ramba Devi Ma, Jai Jagadambe Ma.
Hare Bolo Jai Jagadambe Ma, Jai Jagadambe Ma, Jai Jagadambe Ma.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha. पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना पाहि 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 गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना
पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना
एकदन्ता गजानना
एकदन्ता गजानना
अनेकदन्ता विज्ञानना
अनेकदन्तं विद्यानना
लम्बोदरे गजानना
लम्बोदरे गजानना
लम्बौरगदर गजानना
लम्बौरगधर गजानना
पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना
पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना
गजानना गजानना
गजानना गजानना
गजानना गजानना
गजानना गजानना
सूक्ष्म नेत्र गजानना
सूक्ष्मनेत्र गजानना
आनंद करना विचारणा
अनन्तकरणा विचारणा
पाहि 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 गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना
पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना
चिन्मय मोदा बोधन चतुरा
चिन्मय मुद्रा बोधन चतुरा
योगा मुद्रा समाधि पाला
योगा मुद्रा समाधि पाला
योगा मुद्रा समाधि पाला
योगा मुद्रा समाधि पाला
सच्चिदानंद गजानना
सच्चिदानंद गजानना
नित्यानंद निरंजना
नित्यानंद निरंजना
गजानना गजानना बोल
गजानना गजानना
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 पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना
पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना
गजानना गजानना गजानना गजानना So today being Saturday, we'll do one Hanuman Bhajan. Jai Kapisha, Jai Jai Kapisha, Jai Kapisha Hanumanta.
जय कपीशा जय जय कपीशा जय जय कपीशा हनुमंता
जय कपीशा जय जय कपीशा जय कपीशा हनुमंता
जय कपीशा जय जय कपीशा जय जय कपीशा हनुमंता
वायुदेवा वानर वीरा
वायुदेवा वानर वीरा
अंजनेयान जनतनया
अंजनेयान जनतनया
जय कपीशा जय जय कपीशा जय कपीशा हनुमंता
जय कपीशा जय जय कपीशा जय जय कपीशा हनुमन्ता
अद्भुतकाया वानरवीरा
अद्भुतकाया वानरवीरा
ब्रह्मचारी चिरञ्जीवे
ब्रह्मचारी चिरञ्जीवी
लंका दहना जम्बवतारा
लंका दहना जम्बवतारा
लंकिने संहर हनुमन्ता
लंकिनी संहार हनुमन्ता
जय कपीश जय जय कपीश जय कपीश हनुमन्ता
जय कपीश जय जय कपीश जय जय कपीश हनुमन्ता
रामवन्ता रामदूता
रामवन्ता रामदूता
ज्ञान पंडित माघवीरा
ज्ञान पंडित महावीरा
सच्चिदानन्द प्राणदेवा
सच्चिदानन्द प्राणदेवा
सच्चिदानन्द प्राणदेवा
सच्चिदानन्द प्राणदेवा
हनुमन्ता जय हनुमन्ता
हनुमन्ता जय हनुमन्ता
जय कपीश जय जय कपीश जय कपीश हनुमन्ता
जय कपीश जय जय कपीश जय जय कपीश हनुमन्ता
मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे
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 गणपति बाबा मोरिया मंगलमूर्ति मोरिया
गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया मंगलमूर्ति मोरिया
गणपति बाबा मोरिया मंगलमूर्ति मोरिया
गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया मंगलमूर्ति मोरिया
मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे. So we'll do one more bhajan.
गजानना गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना
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 गौरी पूजित गजानना तज्जठरोदित गजानना तत्प्रतिबोधक गजानना शिवानुमोदित गजानना
गजानना गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना
गजानना गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना
गजानना गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना
हस्तचतुष्टय मनोहरा वरेण्य पत्नी भयप्रदा पराशरस्त्री स्तनन्धया तडीय पुण्योचयोदया
गजानना गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना 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 गौरी तनया गजानना
त्वमेक वीरो मदोधता सिंधूरदानव विमर्दका गणेश गीता प्रदायका विशुद्ध संवित् विधायका गजानना गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना
गजानना गजानन गौरी तनया गजानन
युगे तृतीये गजानना कलौ च धूम्रो भविष्यसि त्वमेकरूप सदा ध्रुवा स्वमेव सच्चिदानन्दो महा
गजानन गजानन गौरी तनया गजानन
गजानना गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना
गजानन गजानन गौरी तनया गजानन
गौरी तनया गजानना
गौरी तनया गजानन
प्रेम से बोलो श्री उमापति महादेव की जय. My dear friends, our celebration would have been incomplete if Gyan Bhaiya did not come together with his son and at least make 2 offerings of love to Bhagwan Ganesh. So thank you, Gyan. My dear friends, this is where we are bringing down our curtains on our program for the past week. I want to thank you, my dear friends, for tuning in every night. May the good Lord bless you, guide you, and protect you. Tomorrow, my dear friends, we will conclude our final offerings. And those of you, my dear friends, tomorrow is Sunday. Before you have your lunch tomorrow, remember Satvik Bhojan, Satvik food, vegetarian food. It's a fasting time. Before you have your lunch tomorrow, you can join me at 11 a.m. At 11 a.m., my dear friends, we do our final pratna and we'll bring this to conclusion. So again tomorrow at 11, you can join us. We'll be live. May the blessings of the divine be upon you. Put your hands together as we conclude. Vakratunda Mahakaya Kotik Surya Samprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvadam Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yat Pujitam Maya Deva Paripurnam Tadaswami. He Prabhu, आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए, लीजिए हमको शरण में, हम सदाचारी बने ब्रह्मचारी वीर वृक्ष. हे प्रभु क्षमा करो, रक्षा करो, कृपा करो ना. त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा. And may peace always be with you. May peace be in your lives. May peace be in this beautiful country of ours and the rest of the world. Om Shanti Om.
Om Shanti Om.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti Om. Hari Om Shanti. शांति शांति. प्रेम से बोलो श्री गणेश भगवान की, उमापति महादेव की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की. My dear friends, blessing to all. May the good Lord guide you and protect you at all times. Sitaram.
Be live, you know. We just heard this song. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we singing. Forget the